It's your boy DTLF, man. Back with another post-game recap as the Lakers face the Clippers today. We smacked them without a doubt. Yes, sir. Yes, indeedy. We defeat the Clippers. Sorry, I got a mouth mint in my mouth. I'm a little under the weather, so we defeated the Clippers 82-69 as we continue defensive stellarness. Josh Hart continues to lead this team alongside Svi Makyluke. Very impressed again. Once again, same story, different night, but it felt good. Again, it's the Clippers. It's always good to beat the Clippers, even if it is Summer League. It's a foresight of what is to come, because pretty soon we already put the Clippers back in the place where they belong as a lottery team, and all things are restored with the Lakers. We're now officially a contender. So, yes, everything is good with the world again, and I'm very, very excited for this season, guys. One thing I've noticed watching this game, boy, do we have a lot of guards and a lot of wings and some versatility. I mean, think about it. Just the wings by themselves and the guards in general, shooting guard, point guard. We have Lonzo, Rondo. Svi Makyluke is going to have to crack the rotation because he's a very good player, two-way player. He plays defense, reminds me a lot of Klay Thompson, can attack the rim as well, and a high basketball IQ. So pretty much, he's going to have to crack the rotation. We also have Lance Stevenson, who's probably going to get a lot of minutes, and KCP. So that's five guards right off the top that are going to probably you have to squeeze into a rotation and, get them to get some minutes. But Svi Makyluke is and might just be the steal of the draft. We did it again, guys. At 47, this kid has good handles as well. Did you guys see that crossover when he sauced him up? And with the step back jump shot, nothing but wetters, man. I'm telling you, James Harden in that play right there. He looked really nice. So you got to be excited. Again, Josh Hart looks like he's made an official leap. To me, he's the Summer League MVP thus far. Of course, we're undefeated in Vegas, so you got to be excited for that. What's up, Eddie? What's up, everybody? So got to be extremely ecstatic. Now, we play again on Sunday, and it's either going to be the Detroit Pistons or I don't remember. I think it's the Chicago Bulls. But yes, we get a day. We did a day to rest our players. Mo Wagner's out for Summer League, unfortunately. I would have loved to see that. We didn't miss him too much tonight because, again, they were thin in the front line, the Clippers, but I really liked what he brought to the team, and I can't wait to see him in the regular season and training camp or preseason, all that good stuff. Jeff Ayers is actually pretty solid, man. He's somebody we might throw a training camp invite to, maybe see what he has in preseason. We are thin in the front line, if you think about it. We only have Ivica Zubac, JaVale McGee, and Mo Wagner. So that fourth big could be up for grabs potentially if we don't sign anybody else in free agency. So that's something to look at. What else am I missing? Okay, so I covered Svi Makyluke. I covered Josh Hart. Alex Caruso, somebody we haven't gave a lot of credit to thus far. He's been solid, man. He's been running the team, so I'm excited for him. I don't know if he's going to get another two-way contract, but he sure as heck deserves one. I did like what that Mays kid does as well. He has good handles. He can get to the basket. Sometimes he has tunnel vision, but when he play makes, he could definitely play make. He's already shown it through the Summer League. Let's see, who else stands out? That King kid, that guy King, he can shoot and he can score. So hopefully he earns a roster spot, if not with the Lakers, elsewhere. Again, a lot of talent on this Summer League roster, but it only, again, shout out to Magic and Rob for the recruitment. And we didn't get to see everybody. Some guys were injured, so that's crazy. We might just win the Summer League title back-to-back, and we didn't even have the full roster healthy. So that just, again, credit, shout out to the coaching staff and the development team and everybody the scouting department who puts this team together. They are good at their job. So shout out to them, hats off. But yeah, we play on Sunday. We either face the Detroit Pistons or what was that other team? I just mentioned them earlier. I forgot, but it's irrelevant because we're going to get the dub anyways. And we're going to get all the way to Summer League final. Again, I want Josh Hart to win Finals MVP. I'm sorry, Summer League MVP and the Finals MVP hopefully is Svi Makyluke because that's what happened last season in Summer League. Lonzo got Summer League MVP and Kuzma got the Finals MVP for the Summer League. So if that happens, I'll be excited, but very happy with this young team, guys. I'll take a couple of questions. Again, I'm a little under the weather, so sorry about that, guys. My voice is off. Showing one of those little mints that keeps down the cough. So this weather out here in Cali, man, if you guys are around here, you already know it's been extremely hot, and the temperature, going from an AC inside the house to outside where it's humid and dusty, is a sure recipe to get you sick. So stay safe, guys. He said Alex Len to the Lakers, bro. You know what? He wouldn't be bad for size purposes. He's a 7-footer. He has a nice soft touch around the rim. Okay defender, nothing special there defensively, but I don't know. It's a hit or miss with him. If we get him good, I guess. If we don't, then I'm cool with it. I'm not even worried about it. He said, "What's up, Dan? Looks like we killing it. Josh Hart killing it, and we winning it. Hope you feel better, bro. Thank you, bro. Yeah, man. I mean, we playing good, so." He said, "This is jumping up Josh Hart's trade value. Forget about the trade value. At this stage, I think we should just keep this depth, man. We have so much wing depth that if we do get to face the Golden State Warriors in the playoffs, we're going to give them trouble. We're at least taking them to 6 or 7. So he said, Dan, according to Vegas, the Raptors are the favorites to land Kawhi. Well, maybe on a 1-year rental because there's no way in heck that Kawhi is going to give up Cali for Toronto. Yes, I know Paul George is the exception. But again, Paul George is just weird like that. So that's his problem. I guess Paul George was all about the money. Instead, he could have got that in endorsement. So that's his mistake. And his agent really screwed him over. Do you worry that we have too many wings? That's never a problem, man. That's a good thing to have. That's a problem. You know who should worry? Luke Walton. He needs to worry about who's going to start, who's going to get the secondary minutes and the third string minutes and so on and so forth. That's his problem, but that's a good problem to have for your coaching staff. You don't never want to go in feeling shorthanded. You want to go in feeling like you have too much goodness, at one position. Of course not. And remember, it's positionless basketball. So at times you're going to see a small ball lineups out there. You're going to see a lineup potentially of LeBron at center, power forward Kuzma, Brandon Ingram small forward, Svi shooting guard, and Lonzo point guard, stuff like that. So they just have to mix and match and get whatever's rolling that night. You have to make sure that the best players are out there to finish games. Dan, your passion for this team created my love for the Lakers. Love you, bro. Keep going. Thank you, Corey. I appreciate it, man. That means a lot, brother. Thank you. God bless you, man. He says Svi should start at shooting guard. Not so fast. Svi is solid. Let's not forget he has to compete with KCP and my favorite, Josh Hart. Josh Hart is a two-way player. He can score. He can distribute as well. He's a combo guard. He's strong at finishing at the basket. Right now, I have Josh Hart above Svi. And also, let's not remember, we have Lance Stevenson as well. Maybe Svi will eventually start. Remember, there's injuries. It's a long season. He could overtake him. You just never know. Dan, where's the Lucky Laker jacket? We don't need it right now, man. It's in the closet right there, right behind Muhammad Ali. We don't need it right now, so I'm just saving that for the best moments. The moments like when we face the Warriors, when we face the Thunder, games we really want to win. That's when I pop out the jacket. But I appreciate you guys for inquiring. Trust. He said we want Nwaba. Oh yeah. LP, good mention. David Nwaba has officially become an unrestricted free agent. I guess they rescinded his offer. The Bulls did. I like him, however. We're already stacked at the wing position, and he can't shoot. So we have guys like Josh Hart who could do that better. Svi Makyluke, we're probably just going to take the bulk of the minutes. Same thing with KCP when he's on. I don't think he fits in his roster anymore, sadly. But I do like him, and if we brought him on, I would not be opposed to that. Again, it's a good problem to have. Positionless basketball, too much of a good thing is never a bad thing. He said, Svi low-key is better than rookie Clay for now. But remember, we should never put such high expectations on rookies simply because he could become better or a little bit less, but it doesn't matter. He's his own player. Yes, he looks like him, but very different player. What I like about Svi is his defense and his high basketball IQ. He never holds the ball too long. He passes when it's the right time. He cuts. He rim runs. He's just an all-around good player, man. And what a shocker that we got him at 47. Again, best scouting department in the league by far. It looks like, you know what it feels like? You know how the Spurs had that long, decade where they were just drafting, steal after steal? Well, it just feels like we have that scouting department now or something. It's weird, bro. But I love it. I love it. He said, Dan, why do people think Hart won't improve or be better than these rooks just because he's 23 years old? I think people have higher expectations for lottery picks than they do for later picks. The thing is, there's been many stars that have been later picks, like Draymond Green, Rajon Rondo, even Isaiah Thomas in his prime. There's been later on picks that actually turned to be all-stars and some even superstars. Let's not forget Jimmy Butler, and the list goes on and on. Manu Ginobili from the Spurs. So, again, I never like to have expectations on rookies. I just like to see what they can do. Last year, I didn't have that many expectations on Alonzo. He actually exceeded anything I thought he would actually be. I had lower expectations. He played better defense than I thought. He was more athletic than I thought. He was a better rebounder than I thought. And yes, his scoring did underwhelm a little bit, but that's okay because that's how unselfish he is. So if he focuses on that part of his game, that's basically his only weakness, that and free throw shooting. If he fixes that up, he's the next big thing, man. Do you like KCP? I'm not a huge fan of KCP. I think he's very inconsistent. But I think if Luke holds true to his word, which he didn't last season, he needs to play the players that are playing the best at training camp. So I think if that's the case and KCP's not stepping it up, then you can see somebody like Josh Hart starting, or even Lance Stevenson, or maybe even Makyluke. We'll see. It's a long shot for him because, remember, the later the pick, the less the expectation. So that's all I'm saying. He said, Dan, people passed on Svi because he had a short wingspan, T-Rex arms, but he's good for us. Yeah, that doesn't matter, man. You can't measure Hart, so it don't matter. Hey, Pedro, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. He said, yo, my guy, good looking out. Thank you, Pedro. I appreciate you, man. Always coming through, man. Shout out to Pedro. Follow him on Instagram. That's the homie right there. He said, Jeff Ayers, been around since those Spurs finals runs in 13 and 14. But I liked him. He was actually pretty solid, man. He's a 100 with your opinions of rookie season. Agreed. Yes, sir. I appreciate that. But thank you, Pedro. I appreciate the donation, bro. He said, exactly. For sure, Kevin King. Me and you always thinking alike. He said, is LeBron starting at small forward or power forward? I think it depends on the night and the matchup. I think Luke has to be very smart. You don't want to wear him out. So you don't want him banging for too long, because what's going to happen? If his body's going to wear out. You remember, he's turning 34 pretty soon. So you got to try to protect as much as possible. I would rather have him in the perimeter than down in the post. However, if he's also banging around, attacking the rim and all that, then okay, maybe slow down the game, take him to the post. But again, it's going to depend on matchups every day. He said, Dan, saw them talking about the Spurs and why on the coverage tonight when they said about leverage. My reaction was that the Spurs might as well get used to the idea that they will get one player and one pick. Well, I mean, the ball is on our court right now. We have LeBron. If LeBron would have said, I'm not going to Lakers unless you guys have a second star, then the Spurs would have took advantage of that and cleaned the house. They would have took everybody and their mothers. Good thing that didn't happen. So thank you, LeBron, for being humble and coming over here and letting Magic run and buying into the vision, right? So that's first and foremost. That's why I appreciated LeBron. If you guys haven't seen the video I dropped, again, that's not my video. What happened was I really loved the video and I wanted to share it with you guys. So full credit to the creators of that video. But watch that video. If you guys don't like LeBron for any reason, watch that video. It might just change your mind. Now, LeBron has always been a fierce competitor. Sure, he was a little bit cockier when he was younger. But LeBron is very Magic Johnson-esque, right? The way he plays the game. He likes to get teammates involved. Yes, he holds the ball sometimes too long, but he gives you the best chance to win with the ball in his hand. So people are always debating about Jordan, Kobe, LeBron. All three of them are completely different players. Jordan, to me, was one of the very first of his kind of athletes. Sure, there was Dr. J before him. There was, all kinds of different athletes. But Jordan was the first of his breed that just jumped out the gym and could also hit that jumper and just had an all-around game. So, to me, Jordan's always going to be the GOAT. That's number one. Secondly, Kobe and LeBron cannot be comparable because I compare Kobe to Jordan and I compare LeBron to Magic. But that's just me, right? Your opinion could be different than mine. That's okay. But all I'm saying is all this LeBron versus Kobe hate, Kobe's not even playing anymore, man. Kobe will always be one of the kings of LA. And why do I say one of the kings? It's because the Lakers are built on adopting superstars, okay? We adopted LeBron. That's nothing different than what we've done before. This goes all the way back to Will Chamberlain. All right, we signed him or traded for him, I don't remember. It goes back to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who we got from the Bucks. Shaquille O'Neal from the Orlando Magic. We signed as a free agent. And now LeBron, he's the next in line, man. So we got to embrace him. Let's embrace greatness, guys, because these great players are only here for a little bit of time. And he's fighting on our side. The real enemy is Steph Curry, who's still talking smack, talking about everybody has to go through his team, little cocky bastard. This guy hasn't done much. He's been riding on the back of Kevin Durant the last 2 championships, and this guy swears he's the greatest player in the league. So Curry, sit down, you little midget. That's number 1. He's the real enemy. Number 2, Kevin Durant's a snake. He took the easy route. So if you want to hate on somebody, hate on him. If you watch the video, I'm a little bit sick, right now, Pedro. Thank you, brother. Yeah, you see me with the Rudolph. No, you see me, bro. See the tissue paper right here. But second of all right, Golden State is really cocky. Somebody needs to knock them off. And what better player and team to do it than LeBron James and the Lakers? Now, Kyrie Irving flourished under LeBron James. Kyrie Irving wasn't the player he was before LeBron came. He was showing flashes. But if a player is going to be great, I hear you guys out. Your fear about him impeding the progress of players, right? And that's not going to happen because, look, Kyrie Irving was great, all right? He got greater with LeBron. He learned from him. If you listen to the Kyrie Irving interviews, Kyrie Irving said, I learned from LeBron James's practice habits, from his passion, from his energy, his intensity. That's what great players do. They learn, right? Kobe learned a lot from Shaq, and Shaq learned a lot from Kobe. That's how they made each other better. Well, Brandon Ingram is going to be a huge beneficiary of seeing the way LeBron works. Oh, by the way, my light bulb is a little off right now. My bad about that, guys. But same thing's going to happen with Kuzma. I think Kuzma's going to be the biggest beneficiary because he already is a killer. Once he learns LeBron's habits and his training techniques and all this stuff, he's going to take his game to the next level. Lonzo Ball, his play style is very similar to LeBron, right? He's a pass-first type guy who can rebound, push the pace, and bully smaller guards. Yes, very different player because LeBron is like a freaking 300-pounder, right? But still, very similar play style. So he's going to learn from him, right? Josh Hart, he's already a bully in the paint, the way he uses his body. So they're all going to learn from LeBron James. There's no excuses. Greatness is greatness, all right? You got to just do it, all right? That's a little promo for Nike. So sponsor me. Shout out to Nike. He said, out, bro. Just stop by to show some love. I'll rewatch later at work because I missed everything. For sure, Pedro. Thank you, brother. I appreciate the donation. But my point is, guys, is that the Lakers, be excited, all right? I don't care if you're just a Kobe fan. There's no such thing as just a Kobe fan. You have to be a Laker fan first before any player. I love Kobe. You see him in my background. You see him. He's the only one that hangs from my wall along with the championship players on the top over there. But you don't vandalize artwork from a hardworking man. That's not a real Laker fan. So just respect the craft, guys, and embrace it. You know, stop being old heads and living in the past. Yes, Kobe was probably one of the best Lakers of all time, along with Magic. Let's not disrespect Magic neither. See, just because time has gone by doesn't mean we can, disrespect them. But I'm just saying, this is just tradition. This is not nothing new, right? The Lakers continue tradition. We continue to adopt superstars. And these superstars come here and they help us win championships. So that's a good sign for Laker Nation because that means LeBron's going to win one. History is about to repeat itself. And I hope you guys are as excited as I am. Laker Nation, stand up. Let's do it. Whew. All right, I got that off my chest. Now we can go back to the comment section. He said, Dan, bro, to me, Svi looks like Peja Stojakovic. Now, that's a name I haven't heard in a while. Peja was one of my favorite shooters growing up as a kid. Matter of fact, that was one of my first nicknames was Peja when I was a kid. I was a great shooter, man, since elementary school. So, funny little story, man. And my boy Art, he remembers this. We were in a basketball tournament, right? And in elementary school, it was like 5th grade around there. And I don't know why my immune system is horrible. Like I get sick every 3 months or so, or every 6 months or so. Sometimes I make it through the year without getting sick, but it's rare. And I remember we made it all the way to the finals on my back and my boy Arthur's back and some other kids' back. And I was a shooter. They were calling me Peja back then. And so I get sick the day right before the finals. And by the way, the prize was a year's supply of Gatorade to the winning team. So I get sick, my team loses, and my boy Art always kills me about it. Every time I see him at the park or wherever, he always tells me, damn, bro, why'd you have to get sick? We would have won that. So you got to love it, man. I've always been competitive as a kid. But Peja Stojakovic, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. And Sacramento King. For those of you youngins that don't know, he played along with White Chocolate, then Mike Bibby, Chris Webber, Bobby Jackson. That was a team right there. So, man. But back to the Lakers. Super stoked, man. Just embrace LeBron. Embrace greatness. Yes, he's not better than Kobe. He'll never be better than Kobe in my eyes. But he'll be up there. He'll be up there for sure. And if he wins a couple more championships, we're gonna learn to love him. I like him as of now, and I respect him. He gained my respect by coming here with no superstars here. He took the hard road, unlike KD. So I respect him. He gained all my respect. By the way, I used to love LeBron when he first came into the league. I knew he was going to be great. I've always had a good eye for talent, and everybody knew. It wasn't like we had to scout this guy. Everybody knew he was going to be great. Just looking at his high school body of work, right? But all I got to say is he lost my respect when he bounced from Cleveland and the way he announced it and his arrogance and the little whole parade he threw in Miami. That's why I used to hate on LeBron, and I used to think he was too cocky and he wasn't backing it up with all those finals losses. However, he has now redeemed himself in my eyes. Ever since he brought a title to Cleveland, I started respecting him little by little to keep it all the way 100 with you guys. And the moment he signed, he put on the Lakers jersey, whatever I had, now I wouldn't say hate because hate is a strong word, but whatever I had in negligence towards him, like I just neglected his greatness, just went away because he became a Laker. He's a part of the family. Let's welcome him with open arms, Laker Nation, and just embrace it, man. Embrace the culture change. You're going to see us go from a 35-win team to a 50-plus win team. You're going to see us go from not making the playoffs to potentially Western Conference Finals and maybe even beyond. You're going to see us from, a 7-8 year drought from raising that trophy to all of a sudden, raising it. And I could already picture Magic Johnson's smile coming down Figueroa Street, man. It's going to be beautiful, Laker Nation. It's going to be beautiful, and I hope you guys are all here for it because I love you guys. Much love, man. But shout out to Laker Nation. Thank you guys for showing up again. Again, I'm under the weather, so I'm gonna clock out a little early today, but it ain't for lack of sleep or anything, man. I love you guys, and I can't wait to talk to you guys on the next one. Stay tuned Sunday. I got you guys on a post-game recap. Lakers versus it don't matter because we're still going to win. All right, peace out, Laker Nation. Much love.